boxing blog center, guys. And please, if you're new to the channel, make sure you click the like and of course the subscribe button right now, and also go to the notification bell icon, click it, and select all so I'm dropping a banger, a new exclusive video. You definitely be notified. So man, uh big big upset. Adam Kownacki, of course, got stopped by Robert Helenius in the fourth round in a very interesting bout. Very interesting bout, guys. I mean, Adam Kownacki really disappointed me into this because I thought Adam Kownacki can do better. This same Robert Helenius is the same guy that was supposed to be a great contender back in the days, um, and all of a sudden, this guy just kind of it's a big upset. I'm definitely interested to see what happens with Robert Helenius. This is a great win for Robert Helenius. From the first round, I remember when Robert was kind of jabbing, he was jabbing Adam Kownacki to the face a lot, and Adam Kownacki couldn't even defend himself, with enough skill set. He was just using his face to defend himself. And Robert Helenius keep pounding him, keep pounding him, keep pounding him, keep pounding him. It was really a beat down. It was really a beat down. This is a big upset, brother. I cannot even imagine, you know. That's what I say. That's what I say. The heavy division is the most deadly division, in boxing. Simple. So sometimes you just expect someone to win, you expect someone to win because they are favorite, or you think because they are more skillful. And to be sincere, looking at this fight the first time, I actually thought that Adam Kownacki would be able to beat Robert Elias, because we know Adam Kownacki is a very, very fast guy that never gets tired, that never gets I mean, that's always ready, that is very agile, fast. I remember, of course, when he fought Charles Martin, he was impressive in that fight. But Charles Martin, managed. Charles Martin managed to at least withstand this power, as well. Of course, I have my brother here. Hello, bro. What's up?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. What do you think about this fight? Adam Kownacki stopped, brother. Adam Kownacki stopped by Robert Elenius, brother.
I mean, Raymond, we talked about how Adam Kownacki takes punches with his face. Eventually,
Yeah, we did, but I never thought he was going to be.
I could see why he didn't want to fight Brazil. Brazil called him out, and he ignored Brazil and went straight for Robert Helenius. So that's it. Eventually, we all said somebody who had a good right hand was eventually going to take him out. Styles make fights, man, and he thought Robert Helenius was going to be a walk in the park, but that's not how it works. Like those guys that they call journeymen, or those guys, they might be journeymen, but they absolutely have a significant amount of power, right? That's exactly what happened. Remember, Efia Jagba almost got stopped too, but Efia Jagba was able to dig down and he was in shape. But everybody questioned why Adam Kownacki came in like that. Adam Kownacki was his own downfall. You got to admit it. That was his own downfall. He came in at 270 something when he knows he's not supposed to come in at that weight. Everybody questioned him. He said, "Hey, well, you got to see how I do. You got to see how I do in the ring, and this is what you provide." You styles make fights, man. Your kind of style it's long ago, and you got to be smart. You got to play chess, not checkers. Okay, and you ended up playing checkers. And the guy finally got you, and that's that one punch got him behind the head, where they got almost every fighter from this year alone, and he went down. He never recovered. That ref should have stopped it from that first knockdown because he looked like crap after that.
Bro, where do we kind of rank Helenius right now, bro? Like, what do
Mm-hmm.
we have to make of Helenius?
Bro,
Helenius,
I think, okay, so Frank Sanchez, right? Frank
yep.
Sanchez fought Joey Daweko. He beat Joey Daweko. Do you believe that? Frank Sanchez beat Joey Daweko in a unanimous decision.
But Fran Sanchez is actually a cruiserweight,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Raymond, remember he was supposed to fight Efe Jagba, but when I watched this kid, he was throwing at least six combinations, and he was actually moving at different angles. And I was like, wow, this kid is gonna be a problem.
Yeah,
But
but
I was,
Fran Sanchez, is he really 27 years old? The guy look
he look
45
older.
or so.
He looks a little bit older. That's what I was saying too. This guy looks a little bit older, but he his last he had his last camp with what's that guy Canelo's he was in Canelo's camp training. So he learned a lot of things, and he was able to apply the pressure. But I think right now it's going to be between Frank Sanchez, Efe Jagba, and Helenius. Those three have to fight. Efe has to be in the mix.
Bro, boxing is so
It's so
so
crazy.
funny.
Yes, it is.
Imagine Gerald Washington knocked out Helenius, you
Mm-hmm.
know?
Mm-hmm.
Dylan White could not stop him. It was a
Mm-hmm.
unanimous decision.
Exactly.
You know, Yuan Duapas KO'd him as well. That was back in 2016. And he knocked out Adam Kownacki, the
Mm-hmm.
guy that is supposed to be a wrecking machine.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy that has stopped Ato Speaker, Yao Kilatsi, uh,
Dude,
he, of course, he also destroyed General Washington as well. So
yep.
look at how boxing works, brother.
He
And
wasn't going
also,
to.
the other division is like fire right now, bro. I told you that it's fire.
He,
It's
he he.
fire,
There's no way he was going to last rounds with Andy Ruiz. That's for sure. You know. But if Efe Jagba fights Helenius, he can absolutely do it. He can absolutely do it. I missed this fight, but he looks like he has improved greatly. I'll tell you that. But he can do better. He can do better. So I'm looking forward to
man.
this. And Pulev just picked up a new trainer. Let me see. Pulev just picked up a new trainer. Added a new trainer to his camp. So I don't think it's gonna help. But you know, I forgot what's his name. Hold on, let me see. I'll pull it up for you right now.
So, what do you think about this, man? The heavyweight division. What do you think about the heavyweight division? You know,
This guy, Helenius, he can be.
was next for Helenius. Like I don't see him becoming a big threat to the heavyweight division. But bro, you never know. That's
Yeah.
why I always say Joshua should never overlook
Mm-mm.
Kura Pulev. Don't overlook any fighter because the heavyweight division is not like the other division. You know what I mean? Only one punch can hand it all. Can you Adam Kownacki? You know,
Mhm.
of course, he was a little bit. He was a guy we've always suspected him to be, on the juice because I remember when Joshua offered him the chance to fight him,
Mhm.
in New York, he turned it down.
Mhm.
After his friend Jerry Miller got caught for three banned substances. So I mean, it is very crazy. It's very interesting that Adam Konaki, like, was he a hype job or what was he like? Can you
I-
please
it- 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 honestly,
before we actually Famut, but it's because we're gonna go to F Jagba as well. After this one, we're gonna come to life again. Talk about our brother F Jagba win. Yeah. Continue, brother.
you see, Adam Kownacki is not absolutely a bad boxer. What everybody, what people see outside the ring, they may not see inside the ring. These fighters, and people have been saying it. Raymond, we've been saying it. Everybody's been saying it. He blocks punches with his face, right? And that's exactly what he was doing tonight. Actually, both fighters were doing that. but it seemed like Adam Kownacki got you know, and he got really got, and he couldn't recover, and that's exactly what happened. The fight should have been stopped earlier, but the ref gave him a chance because he had a lot of Polish fighters in the arena. All right, but Adam Kownacki is a good fighter. You know, I still would not sleep on him because but he just wouldn't go. He just wouldn't last against a heavy hitters like Anthony Joshua, Dominic Brazil, Efe Ajagba, possibly Tyson Fury, Ortiz. I'm sorry, Andy Ruiz. You know, he might be able to stay rounds with Ortiz, but heavy hitters he cannot stay because the way he fights is made for heavy hitters. You know, he was not gonna land around. He was not gonna last no more than first or 10 seconds with Deontay Wilder. That's just how it is.
Bro, bosses is like a every division. Like they say, you only need one punch. One punch can end everything in the heavyweight division. And
Absolutely,
now things keep going bad for hey, my brother. Things keep going bad for him. Like it's crazy. Another one of his top key fighters, of course, dethroned.
bro. I'm so happy, bro. You want to know
The
why?
only
Because
guy that
F it.
listen, the only guy they have now is Ajagba, man.
Yes,
So
man.
we're gonna. I told you that Ajagba is the only hope for Chelefinko. You know what I mean?
Please, everybody, stay tuned. We're gonna talk about this.
So guys, I'll be right back very soon. Of course, we're gonna be talking about if Ajagba the victory. His victory over Razvan Korjana. We're gonna be talking about that. Stay tuned, guys. We'll be right back again. Stay blessed. Stay hungry. Stay humble. If you're watching right now, if you're watching this live stream, when we come to the Ajagba one, you're gonna be able to call in and of course give your take on it. Like the video, share, subscribe, and of course, support the channel in any way you can. Stay blessed, guys. Cheers.